Hi everyone, just a short update. There's not too much happened, but price lost my target box over here, immediately moved to the downside where I told you I had my next target box where we have a daily and a daily naked point of control. Now price found support on the daily twice, currently in a bit of a ranging state, which absolutely fits the weekend as well. But if we look at the price action very locally over here, we can see that this move to the downside wasn't quite a high volume. So if we think about Elliott Waves, this being a very high volume move might be a wave 3 of some sort on the lower time frames, where this could potentially be like a 1, 2, 3, now in a ranging 4, before then another move to the downside in a wave 5, maybe hitting this daily naked point of control, before then continuing the range again for the rest of the weekend basically, and then on Monday we'll see what happens, of course. So that is something I am looking for, not from a trading point of view, because at the moment, in my opinion, we are in a downtrend, as you can see, and longs are not necessarily preferred. And from an Elliott Wave perspective, on the lower time frame, we're looking at this to be a 1-2-1-2, and then more downside to come, and eventually ending this wave 3 for then a yellow 4, a bigger range to form. And then if we can find this bigger range eventually, if price is going to form this bigger range, we can eventually look, depending on how the range is formed, for maybe a potential short setup, which is preferred in the trend that we have at the moment. But we have to wait and see when this wave 4 is actually going to form, because in my opinion, this yellow wave 2 over here, very short, very deep. So we're definitely looking for a wave 4 that is a little bit longer and a little bit more shallow, where we expect at least a little bit of a range. And then once we get that range, we can dissect the range from an Elliott Wave point of view to maybe get some targets for the wave 4 to end, for then a potential short to the downside again, as in a potential short setup. But at the moment, if we zoom into the micro and at least look at the divergences that we did have a little bit of bearish divergences here at the high, making a lower high, but on the yellow line making a equal high or almost a higher high. So a little bit of bearishness there. But we also still have bullish divergences going on. So these are the lows that hit the daily as support, currently making a higher low. But on the blue line, as you can see as well, we're making a lower low over here. So a higher low on price, lower low on the CVD, which shows at least a little bit of absorption. Now, of course, it is weekend. Volume tends to be lower throughout the weekend, hence the reason it's often ranging as well. So yeah, we do have a downtrend, and seeing bullish divergences in such a big downtrend at the moment is not making me feel very happy per se to take a long trade. Now, of course, it is a potential trading setup. We found support, creating bullish divergences. However, we did have some bearish divergences here, but the target for the bullish divergences would be the high over here. And if this is going to be a range, yeah, could be a potential setup. But for me, in the downtrend that we have, and the fact that it is weekend and I have other stuff to do with friends and family throughout the weekend, I don't want to monitor any trades, any potential longs over here, because in the trend that we have, they tend now to be a little bit more risky, of course, and I would prefer to eventually wait for this wave 3 to be in, to see a little bit of a bigger range in a range 4. So of course we had a few ranges over here, but in my opinion very short to be a wave 4 in yellow, to be then a 1, 2, 3. Definitely looking for a little bit of a bigger range, and then a potential short scenario, wherever that short scenario is going to be. Has to be said that this white target box now is going to act as resistance for price. If price is going to move to the upside, this is now an important resistance area, which is then between 27.8k and 28.2k. So that is definitely something to take into account, as well as the daily naked point of control that we have below us at the moment at 27k. Now, if you want to know more about the whole scenario that I'm looking at, please take a look at my most recent update of this morning. For now, I wish you a great weekend, and I hope to see you at the next one. Thank you for watching and subscribing. Bye bye.